So hello again, welcome back to the channel. Today I've just had this box delivered from Freewheel. This is the new Genesis Croix de Fer 2021 bike, size large. So I'm going to get it out of the box now and put it together and show you all the extra pieces I've bought to go on it. That's going to make it really nice for me to use on my cycle rides. So first I decided to remove all these staples with a screwdriver rather than try and tear the box apart. I've done that before and managed to cut my fingers a few times. So this time, a bit of care, take the staples out with a screwdriver, and now I can cut the tape. So looking in the box, it seems the bike is completely assembled with everything in the right orientation. Pedals on, handlebars in the right position, just ready to ride. So here it is with the bulk of the packaging removed. I just need to lift the bike out of the box now and then deal with the box. So there's the bike out of its original delivery box. Seems to be well protected in there with lots of cardboard and tape. So I'm going to take that off now and just have an initial look over the bike, see what it looks like. There's the front disc brake, all looks nicely vented disc. Kenda tyres, long valve stem, I suppose that's normal now. Handlebars with the hoods, the Shimano gears. There's the tape. I'm going to be putting a stem riser on here because I ride in a more sort of upright position. I don't like the somewhat aggressive leaning forward too much position. So yeah, just put a little stem riser, probably take the top of the stem up to about here just for a bit more of a comfortable ride. This is really good. It's got these places to put different accessories, bottle racks, etc. Seems to be quite a lot of that going on down here. Some more of these here, three there. I knew that before I bought it, but it's just quite a surprise to see. I've not really seen that many on a bike that's not really a touring bike. These pedals are going absolutely deadly. These are useless. Don't know why anybody would use those. I've got some new sort of mountain bike pedals to go on it. For the way I ride, I don't normally clip in. I don't like my feet restricted on the pedals either. Don't mind slipping off now and again. It's quite useful if you're falling off. And back here to the rear disc brake. Quite like that. I've got a pannier rack to fit on here. I'll show you that when I fit it. But it's got the extra standoffs, so it fits over this wider area where the rear disc assembly sits. It's not a standard one for a bike which has V brakes. So yeah, when I fit that, I'll show you that one. And of course that's going to fit somewhere up here. just really for putting a pannier on and carrying my extra stuff. I don't like wearing a rucksack, and I don't think you should wear a rucksack when you ride. Around this side we've got sort of cogs and stuff. That's quite useful for the gears. Well, that is the gears. Some people obsess about this. I tend not to worry too much about it. It is what it is. That's what I bought, and that's what I shall ride. And this side, another one of those deadly pedals. Good job I've got two new ones. All in all though, the thing looks absolutely fantastic. It's ever so light, very, very light. So there's the new Genesis Croix de Fer 2021, just been delivered. Looking forward to putting all my accessories on that now. Before I go anywhere on the bike, I've got all these extra bits and pieces to add to it to make it a bit more useful for me. Not all these pieces are absolutely necessary, but they are pretty useful for me when I think about the way I ride the bike, where I go on the bike, and the types of things I need to carry with me. So I must just say there is absolutely nothing wrong with the Genesis Croix de Fer 10 2021 as it arrives. It's a perfectly good bicycle, but there are a few bits and pieces that I quite like to add, and here are some of them. So I've got a light for the front and a light for the back. I've got a seat post bag because I like to carry things like those tyre levers and puncture repair kit on my bike. I've got one of these on each bike that I have, so I don't have to keep swapping things around. This is a Wahoo element bolt mount for the handlebars. I like to have one of those on each bike so I can just put the computer on that as I need it. The pedals are the only thing that I don't like about the Croix de Fer 10, because I have a very strange way of riding a bike. I quite like flat pedals. I don't tend to wear shoes which clip in, and I just like to be able to get on and off the bike, go for a walk, have a look around, and get back on without too much trouble. So these pedals, Raceface ride pedals, are the ones I've chosen them in orange. Get those out of the box in a moment and have a look at those. I also like to have a rack on the back of the bike. Now the Croix de Fer 10 has disc brakes, so we have a rack here, a Tortec Transalp pannier disc rack, which has these extra little standoffs so the disc caliper is not snagged by any of the bags. If you should buy one of these on Amazon, it actually doesn't say whether it comes with screws, and there are a couple of complaints about not having any screws. The screws are actually inside this cardboard, and it took me a few minutes to find those, but they are there. These are the pedals I've chosen. They've got these little raised plastic bits on to help you grip a little better. And of course there's a left hand thread and a right hand thread for the left hand side and the right hand side of the bike. So I'm going to have a look at those a little later, fit those on the bike, get the bike in the workshop to do that. I just wanted to have a look at it all out here on the table first, just to make sure I've got everything that I need. Now, typically I carry a seat post bag like this. I like to have all of the correct bits and pieces for the bike. So I've got the seat post bag, and just over there some extra tyre levers, and I'll put some self-adhesive puncture repair patches in here as well, and I carry a pump in the bag which I carry on the pannier rack. I moved inside to the workshop now. I've got the bike hanging up on my work stand, so I'm going to set about changing the pedals, and I'm going to show you that now. So first of all I'm going to change this right hand pedal. So right hand pedal, right hand thread. This is 15mm, so I'm going to put the 15mm on and turn the pedal. There we go. I'm really not a fan of these pedals. They're quite cheap really. I don't like the way they feel, the way they look, and I really don't like these built-in reflectors with all these sort of very basic nuts which are just going to go rusty in no time at all. Worst of all though are these little bits. I just cannot get on with these. You put your foot in there, you ride along, you want to take your foot out, they get stuck, these get caught on your shoes. Yeah, just not very nice. So we're going to change these for something much better. So this is the Raceface pedal. This is the one that says right on there, so right hand thread. So this is the correct one for this side of the bike. There's a little bit of grease in there, so there'll be plenty enough for this job. So I'm just going to start threading that in. Right hand pedal done. Turn the bike round in a moment and do the left hand pedal. So this is the left hand pedal, so left hand thread. So you undo these the other way. There we are. Still got plenty of the white grease in there, so I'll keep those in there. Pop these in a bag. If I ever sell the bike, I'll put these back on it. So here we are, left hand pedal, left hand thread. It's got the L on the pedal there. So I'll put this in, tighten it back up. So I know I'm going to receive some comments about these pedals. They're not to everyone's taste. They're more mountain bike pedals than gravel bike pedals, but that's the way I like to ride. So I'm going to stick with these. I'll let you know how I get on in future videos to see if I actually really do get on with them any better than I would have done the other ones. But I'm hoping so. I like flat pedals and I like just wearing normal shoes. So we'll see how we go. So next thing to do is add the Tortec Transalp pannier rack. This is the disc rack, screws in there again, just to explain that to you, to fit on here. It's got a little bit of an extra standoff here, so if you've got any luggage on the back of the bike, it misses the disc brake completely, which is actually quite useful. So I'm going to set about installing that now. So it's taken a little bit of messing around there with the provided bolts, etc. But the Tortec Transalp is on there now. Probably needs a little bit of levelling up, but I can do that when it gets on the ground. Tighten everything up properly when it's on the ground, and make sure it looks exactly how it's supposed to look. So this reflector on the seat post now becomes redundant. It won't be able to be seen with the bags on the back, so I'll take that off. Probably relocate that or something similar towards the back of the bike. Gone. I haven't actually adjusted the angle of the seat yet. I've not ridden the bike, so I'll only do that once I know what it's like, how I feel on that. But next up is the Altura seat post bag. Done. One of the last things to do is to put these tyre levers together and put them in the seat post bag. Go like that. Don't all run around loose, pop them in the bag, hope I never need them. So hopefully you can see this part here. This is a tailboard adapter for a cat eye rear light. Rather than fix it on anywhere else, I decided to put it on this tailboard here, so I can take the light off if I need to. It's a battery light, which is exactly what I wanted. This bike doesn't have a dynamo on it like my other touring bike, so a little battery light, little battery LED light will last for plenty of time. Okay, turn the bike round now. Next up is the mount for the Wahoo element on the handlebars, so I need to remove this reflector to put that on, so I'll set about doing that now. There's the Wahoo element mount on the handlebars there, sort of quite nice and straight on from the post there. We've got the light fitted underneath the handlebars, quite like that rather than on the top. That's quite bright and it will shine onto the road rather than onto incoming traffic. So yeah, there we are, that's all of that done for today. I think the next thing to do is just to move the bike outside, just make sure everything's all nice and tight, pump the tyres up, take it out for a ride. I know the changes I made to the bike are not going to suit everyone, but I think they're the things that are right for me. The pedals, yeah, I need bigger pedals. Put the lights on, need the lights because obviously autumn now and we're going to get some dark mornings, dark evenings and nighttime riding. Going to need the lights, so hopefully, yeah, it should be good. So tomorrow, if the weather's okay, I'm going to get the bike outside, just make sure all of the bits and pieces that are fitted on nice and tight and secure, level up the rack on the back, pump up the tyres and perhaps go for a first ride on it and see how I go. There's the bike all put together with all the bits and pieces on it. I've got my new pedals which I wanted and my Wahoo mount for the handlebars, so the bike's all ready. Just need now to go out for a test ride on it, see what other adjustments it needs, and then perhaps, yeah, go for a bit of a longer ride. So I hope you like the video. If you do, please subscribe, leave me a comment, hit the like button, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.